Hi, this is Cherri Spriggs Hernandez, a member of the Economic Development Committee here in Lincoln. And today we're here with Troy Peterson, Operations Manager for Verifone. And Troy had come out to one of our meetings, well, I guess our last meeting that we had earlier this month. And it was so interesting hearing everything that Verifone has going on here in Lincoln. And it really made me think, wow, I think other people would really find this interesting too. So Troy, thank you so much for having me come out this morning. So, I mean, you guys have been here in Lincoln for a long time. That's what I found so incredible. So tell us a little bit about why here and how long you've been here and what's going on out here.
Sure. Well, thank you. And thanks for coming out and doing this. Appreciate it. So we moved to Lincoln. Verifone moved to Lincoln in 2000. And the history behind that is Hewlett-Packard had purchased Verifone. And Hewlett-Packard at that time had a huge campus here that were still on the campus, but the only ones left from that era, I believe. And so once they moved us up here and then they sold us off again, we've stayed here ever since. So we're a distribution center for North America for Verifone here in Lincoln, California.
And it's since 1995?
So we got here in about 2000.
2000, okay.
Yeah.
Okay,
so we
2000.
got here in about 2000. The company actually was started in 1981.
1981, okay.
On a beach in Hawaii.
Yes,
Yeah.
I like that. I like that piece. So I see you have one of your products here. Tell us a little bit about this, because people know this product, but I don't think they know it comes from Lincoln.
Correct.
Okay.
Correct. A lot of people don't know that. So being the distribution center and the biggest distribution center for Verifone out of Lincoln, this is one of our devices. It's called an MX915, and it's what you see at the checkout stand. You will see them literally everywhere. Of course, we have competitors out there, but ours is the best. Wink, wink. So it's where you run your credit card through. So we call it POS, point of sale terminal. And so you run your credit card through this. It also has for your chip reader. And so this is what we process out of here day in and day out throughout the year. We receive these in from our contract manufacturers in Asia, and what we do is we configure to order for our clients.
Okay, that's really interesting. So how many employees do you have over here? I mean, this is a huge facility. How many people you got over there?
So we run 2 shifts in here, and we average about 150 associates. And then on our big quarterly, we kind of, from on a quarterly run, we jump up to about 220 in our last month of our quarters.
Okay, wow. All right, so I know it depends on the position, but in general, what types of things are you looking for when you're looking to hire employees? You know, I know it's kind of a hard question to answer, but if you can give any insight to that.
Yeah, so being a distribution center, we move a lot of material. So we're looking for material handlers, and we're always looking for material handlers that have prior equipment, forklift experience. Plus, all of our product is moved through the latest barcode scanning devices. So you also need to have some knowledge and some skill in operating it. Most people these days with the iPhones and the computers can do that. But when you're using a scan gun that has a bunch of buttons on it and a bunch of and how you move product, so we're looking for skilled people. So we actually put them through tests here on how quickly they can move through computers, how quickly they can make some decisions. So we're always looking for those material handlers and skills. We also have where we configure to order, where we set these up for our clients by adding software applications and then packaging to go. So we have that opportunity as well.
Okay. So one of the things that I also found interesting when you came to speak to us was, you know, where your employees are coming from. So obviously people would think South Placer, but you also mentioned as far as Yuba City. So I thought that was pretty interesting. So
correct. So we have 60% of our workforce probably comes down from the Yuba City, Marysville area. And they make that way. What we do is we have a contract staffing agency that we use to fill that in, and they advertise up there, and we got a good influx of talented and skilled people from there.
That's really interesting. So you've been here for quite some time. How has Lincoln changed from, in terms of economics and business? I mean, you've really seen it.
That's a great question.
Yeah.
I moved here in 95.
Okay.
Personally.
Yeah, that's why I think the 95 came from. Okay.
Right. So I moved here in 95 into the HP campus. I was hired to work for a company back then. And when I got here, there was literally one stop light in Lincoln. And if you went anywhere for anything you wanted to purchase, it was Roseville, Rockland area where you had to go. And now, I mean, we are so big, and the Target, Walmart, the Safeway. We went from one grocery store to 3 grocery stores, right? So or 4, however you want to label them, and so we've really seen a growing area, and the other thing I don't want to miss is we do employ a lot of the young kids around here, because really warehousing is a starting position, and so I used to coach baseball for the high school, and so I would bring some baseball players, and I had quite a few come in and start their working career here.
That's really interesting. It's funny that you say that we're so big now, because I grew up in Orange County in Southern California and went to Chico State. So I was at Chico State from 97 to 2001, and always would drive through Lincoln to get down to Roseville. And I didn't know this area at all, but I always loved it. And I always thought, this is such a great small town, like small community. I loved it so much. And now to live here, 20 years later with my husband and my son, when I still explain it to people, I still say it's a small community, because to me it is a small community. But for you, who's been here for so long, it's grown.
Yeah,
so,
I agree, but it still has that small community feel.
It does. That is true. That is true. That is true.
Somehow we've been able to keep that.
Keep that. Well, thank you so much for letting me come in today and talk to you and do this video. I really appreciate it, and I appreciate everything that you're doing here in our town. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Thanks, Troy.